It's truly astonishing, and indeed quite remarkable, to realize that a significant portion of senior citizens in the United States are grappling with the challenge of subsisting on an annual income of less than $115,000. This statistic underscores the pressing need for legislative action to address the precarious financial situation faced by many elderly Americans. In response to this urgent issue, I have proposed legislation aimed at bolstering the solvency of Social Security for the next 75 years, while concurrently enhancing benefits for seniors by up to $2,400 annually, specifically targeting those whose income falls within this bracket. Bernie Sanders, a vocal advocate for social justice and economic equity, has been a driving force in Congress, championing the cause of fortifying Social Security and alleviating the retirement crisis. His recent hearings have shed light on the dire circumstances confronting aging Americans, emphasizing the imperative of expanding social safety nets to ensure a dignified and secure retirement for all citizens, not just the privileged few. Sanders's impassioned address at a recent hearing underscores the gravity of the situation, as he warns that nearly half of older Americans lack any form of retirement savings. In a nation as affluent as the United States, such widespread financial insecurity among seniors is unconscionable. Sanders aptly points out the stark disparity between the retirement experiences of Americans and their counterparts in European countries, where robust social welfare systems have significantly mitigated poverty among retirees. The proposed Social Security Expansion Act, which Sanders has fervently advocated for, promises tangible relief for struggling seniors by providing a substantial increase in benefits. Yet, despite the urgency of this matter, the bill has encountered obstacles in Congress, prompting Sanders to challenge lawmakers to prioritize the well-being of working-class Americans over corporate interests. Sanders' call for a comprehensive overhaul to address the retirement crisis resonates deeply, particularly in light of the staggering statistics revealing the extent of financial hardship among elderly Americans. The erosion of traditional pension plans, coupled with rising income inequality, has left many seniors vulnerable and marginalized in their retirement years. In 2020, the percentage of seniors able to maintain their standard of living in old age was distressingly low, standing at 51%. This alarming statistic illustrates a concerning trend. We're heading in precisely the wrong direction. So, how do we confront this crisis head-on? Firstly, we must acknowledge that far too many seniors are currently living in poverty, with many lacking any substantial retirement savings. The solution isn't to cut Social Security, as some of my colleagues in Congress suggest, but rather to expand it. Additionally, we must ensure the solvency of Social Security for future generations. The legislation I've introduced, alongside 9 co-sponsors, aims to achieve these critical objectives. According to the Social Security Administration, this legislation would not only extend the solvency of Social Security for 75 years, but also provide a much-needed increase in benefits, amounting to $2,400 annually for eligible seniors. But how do we fund such a significant enhancement in benefits? In a time characterized by staggering income and wealth inequality, we must embrace the notion that those at the top of the economic ladder should contribute their fair share. Currently, a billionaire pays the same amount into Social Security as someone earning $168,000 per year due to the cap on the Social Security payroll tax. This is patently unjust. Our proposed legislation would rectify this by lifting the cap on Social Security, beginning at $200,000 in income. By ensuring that all income is subject to the Social Security payroll tax, we can secure the program's solvency for decades to come, while simultaneously boosting benefits for those in need. But our efforts shouldn't stop there. I firmly believe that every corporation in America should be mandated to offer a retirement plan to its employees. If companies opt not to provide such plans, workers should have the opportunity to contribute to a federal pension plan akin to that enjoyed by members of Congress. After all, if it's good enough for our elected representatives, it's certainly good enough for hardworking Americans. In summary, we face a crisis, but we also possess common-sense solutions. I eagerly anticipate collaborating with my colleagues on this committee to address these pressing issues.